All right. So the goal is the following: that by the end of this lesson, you guys will be able to interpret the solutions for a system of equations in context, as evidenced by completing a partner task and a closure activity. So why don't we begin by looking at the warm-up? I'm going to go ahead and read it for you guys. Victor is in charge of buying printed shirts for his school's math club. He has found 2 companies that offered the best prices in his area. Company A charges a screen setup fee of $15 and $7 for each shirt, while the other company, Company B, charges a setup fee of $30 and $5 per shirt. Okay? What I'm going to have you guys do is, in the next 10 minutes, I want your group, you and your group, to solve questions A through D. So in parts A, you're going to be asked to find the 2 functions that represent the cost of each company. The initial cost, the upfront cost, plus the cost per shirt. You're going to fill that out. Then you're going to find out how many shirts you can make with $92. Then you're going to figure out how much money it costs to make 8 shirts. And finally, you're going to figure out which of the 2 is a better company to go with. All right, so take 10 minutes. Your time starts now. All right. So I'm going to very quickly go over once again what we're supposed to do. So we had 2 companies. Company A, setup fee of $15 and $7 for each shirt. Company B charges you a setup fee of $30 and $5 per shirt. So let's check in with one of you guys. What is the equation that we can write for the first company? The company that charges you $15 plus the $7 per shirt. How could I write that with an X? Yeah. 7x plus 15. Very good. What about the second company? How could I write the equation for the second company? Isabella. 5x plus 30. 5x plus 30. All right. Now we can look at question B. And question B is asking us the following. What is W of 8? So what is W of 8? Question for you, what am I going to do with the 8? This value of 8 represents what? Is it an input or is it an output? Maddie. It's an input. So if 8 is an input, we plug it in place of what? In place of x. So we're going to take this equation, 5x plus 30, and in place of x, we're going to fill in an 8. That way, we can find out what the price is for the 8 shirts. So we multiply 5 and 8, and what do we get when we multiply 5 and 8? Sorry, yeah, 40. So we find that W of 8 is equal to 70. Now, in a sentence, what does this mean? What does W of 8 equal 70 represent in the context of the question? Does it mean that with $8 I can make 70 shirts? Is that what it means? With 8 shirts, I would spend how much? $70. That's what it means. Okay. It means 8 shirts cost $70. That is what this means in the context of the question. Are there any questions on that? All right, make sure you write this down if you don't have it already. This is the context. 8 shirts cost $70 to produce or to make. All right. Now, anytime we have the following statement, we know that what we're given is what? An input or an output. So look at the question. For what values of x is n of x equal to 92? What does this 92 represent? Is 92 something I plug in? So it's It's not an input. It's what? It's an output. So if it's an output, then do I plug it in? Is that how it works? No. What do I do with it? But how do I work backwards? Where does the 92 go? You're saying you add it. You're saying you add to the equation. What are you saying? Excellent. We're going to set it equal to the equation. So the equation for n of x was 7x plus 15. Well, we're going to set this equal to 92. Now, somebody had mentioned you work backwards. Yes, that is right. You do work backwards. So how should we work backwards? What is the first step to get x by itself? We're already adding 15. Subtract 15. Seven x is going to equal 77. So the question for you guys, if 7x equals 77, then what does x equal? X equals 11. What does this mean? What does 11 mean? Yeah, well, I know the input's 11, but what does it mean relevant to the question? Double. 11 t-shirts cost how much? $92. So we're saying for $92, you can make 11 shirts. For 92 bucks, you can make 11 shirts. With the company, in this case, this was company A Shirt Nerdery. All right, let's see if you guys were able to do part D. How many shirts would Victor need to purchase from each company for the price to be the same at each printing company? So what is the strategy here? How do we go about this problem? If we want to find out when two equations are the same, what do we do with the equations? Add them together. Okay, that sort of works. I heard it somewhere else. You set them equal to each other. Thank you, Yulia. You have to set these equal to each other to solve for x and then eventually solve for y. When we set them equal to each other, we're going to get the following. 5x plus 30 equals 7x plus 15. 5x plus 30 equals 7x plus 15. So then, how do I solve this? What steps should I take? Combine like terms. How do I combine like terms? They're not even on the same side. Can we get more mathematical language? Try it at least. You move the smaller x. Move the smaller x. How do I move the smaller x? I subtract it. So I do the opposite, right? So I subtract 5x from both sides. Listen to the words that I'm saying. You subtract 5x from both sides, right? Mathematically. Subtract 5x from both sides. You get 30 equals 2x plus 15. This is now a two-step equation because you have to do two steps to solve for x. What is my first step in my two-step equation? Santi. Subtract 15. So we get 15 equals 2x. And then what? What will x equal? What is half of 15? 7? Is it 8? Well, it's right in the middle, 7.5. Okay. So the question was, how many shirts would they need to purchase from each company for the price to be the same? We would need to print 7.5 shirts for the price to be exactly the same. Now, what is the price? We haven't found that out yet. So we're going to do that next. If we were to print 7.5 shirts, what would the price be? Plug it into any of your choosing, any equation of your choosing. 5 times 7.5 plus 30. So 5 and 7.5, what does that multiply to? You know? $67.5 is the final answer. You're saying is the final answer, right? Well, look, if 5 times 7 is 35, and 5 times 5 is 2.5, then 35 and 2.5 makes 37.5. Yeah, good job. 37.5 and 30 makes 67.5. Okay. So we are saying that if we were to print exactly 7.5 shirts with company A or B, the price would be exactly the same at $67.50. Here's the problem. Can you print half a shirt? No, unless women's shirts count, like if it's like a crop top or something, right? But still, it's full money. Still considered a full shirt. So the thing here is you can't exactly print half a shirt. So then you would have to go either one number higher to 8 or lower to 7, at which point one company would be a better option than the other. All right. So so this is what we're getting at. Sometimes mathematically you get a solution, but logically it just doesn't make any sense. You'll see this later on when we talk about population. Like there's this town of Chula Vista that's growing by this percentage, and then I ask you what's the population in 10 years, and then you find out that it's like 3 million and 0.7 of a person. It's like, well, you can't have 0.7 of a person, so what do? You round up or you round down depending on the number. You have to be able to extend the solution to something logical. If it's not logical, it can't really be a solution, even if it works mathematically. All right. So, are there any questions on this before we move on? That is it for the warm up. So then, let's do the following. I'm going to teach you a few things on the calculator. So please send one person from each group to grab a calculator from the TV right here. Once again, one person from each group to grab a calculator for your group. So for everybody at your table. All right. I want you guys to copy these things down, these notes into your notes. So how to clear the calculator? You're gonna type in the following commands to clear your calculator. Obviously, first of all, turn on the calculator. Step 1, find the on button and turn it on. And then clear the calculator. You're gonna press second. It's like a blue button. That second button is blue. And then you're gonna press plus 712. Should clear the RAM. You should get a message that says RAM cleared. Just follow the steps. Follow that sequence of steps. Second, yes, you have to write them down. So 2 things. You're copying the steps down and then you're actually doing them. No, I'm sorry. You have one though. It's your finger. Let's see. There you go. Yep. All right, how do you graph an equation on your graph? You're gonna do y equals graph zoom 0. Now that's something that you press once you actually have the equations typed in. So I'll show you how to type them in a second. For now, just copy these notes down. We'll come back to them for this other question at the bottom. Yep. By the way, make sure your calculator works. Some of these don't work. Then also check that it's not in French. Some people put them in French or something. All right, let's try the following. On your calculator, look for the top left button, the topmost left button that says y equals, and click it. Y equals at the very top. Okay, you're going to type in the equations. I'll show you right now. So, in the menu, when you press y equals, the first one, y1, you're going to type in 7x plus 15. 7. Now for the x, it's the button underneath mode. Yes, it's the one that says x, t, theta, and n. Has a bunch of letters in it. You press that button once, and that's going to be x. 7x, and then put plus 15. Underneath that line, you're going to write 5x plus 30. You don't get it? I'll show you. 7x, 7x, 7x plus 15. Hit enter, and then 5x plus 30. That's that button, yep. Yep. It's 5x plus 30. Oh. Huh? Okay. Aquí está, y equals 7, aquí está x plus 15 and 5x plus 30. All right, is anyone having issues with this? Call me over. ¿Pudieron? So yeah, 7x plus 15 and 5x plus 30. Anybody else? Okay. Now you're gonna graph them. So now you're gonna follow this sequence of steps here, where you press graph at the top right. Press graph top right, and you should have two lines. If you don't see two lines, or if you don't see where they cross, hit zoom. Zoom. In the center, and then 0. And it's gonna graph it again. But this time it's gonna make it fit. It's gonna zoom out. Okay, give this a try, and I'm gonna walk around looking at your calculators so that they look exactly like mine. If they don't, I'm gonna show you how to do it. It's good. You're good. You're good. You got it.
Oh, why doesn't mine look like that? Wait. Mine looks like that. Oh wait. What is that? Is it the same as the
Did we follow the steps?
more numbers after?
That's wrong. 7x plus 15 and 5x plus 30. Now you might not see them, so let me show you. If you can't see them, hit zoom. Zoom 0.
What's Y2?
Y2 is 5x plus 30. There you go. Got it? Yes, sir.
Hey, here's my for example.
5x plus 30, not plus 3. You put 3. Yeah.
Dude.
It's good. Now you're going to hit zoom and then 0. There you go. You guys got it? Looks like this. Good job. Looks like this. Can you show her how to do it, please? They just turned off? Okay, you can take this one. So zoom 0. It's good. You got it? It's good. Enséñale a Maya, por favor. Good. Eventually, it's good. Okay, y 7x plus 15, 5x plus 30. Zoom 0. Got it? Okay. Whew. That took a long time. It's because I'm teaching you guys how to do this. So here's the next thing. Are you guys ready? We're going to follow this step by step. Everybody look up here, please. Second. Calc. Calc is the one above trace. You guys see trace? Look for it. Trace. It's going to open a menu. You have 7 options. You guys all see the 7 options? Yeah. Thumbs up if you see 7 options. Second and then trace. Thumbs up if you see 7. Yeah, you got it. Okay. You're going to hit number 5. Hit 5. 5 on the calculator. All right. You should be back at the graph now. Give thumbs up if you're back at the graph. Okay. You see the arrows here? Okay. These arrows, you're going to use them to move the point. There should be like a flashing point on your screen. You're going to use the arrows to move that flashing point. It's like a little bug. You're going to move that close to the intersection. So just move it to the right. Keep moving it to the right until you get close to the intersection.
Is the intersection where they cross?
Yes. Keep moving it to the right until you get close to the intersection. The closer the better. Donde cruzan. Then go left. Get it? Okay, now you're going to press enter 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Until you get, at the bottom, it's going to say intersection. X equals 7.5, Y equals 67.5. The bottom. You see it? Great. You see it? 3 times. 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Oh, no, you got it. Never mind. Sorry, you did have it. Got it? Should say intersection of the bottom. Yeah? 7x plus 15. No, 50. It's 15. That's the second calc. Aquí está. You're gonna get close, vas a acercarte a la intersección. Enter 3 times. Enter hasta abajo 3 times. Yeah. Second, and then trace, and go to 5, and then you're gonna move this to the right until you get close to the intersection point. Closer. Close, close, close. Until very much until you're like right on top of it, and then you're gonna hit enter 3 times. That's good. 1, 2, 3. There you go. Okay, we're gonna answer the following question now. So you should have the graph of this on your calculator. Now I'm gonna show you on the screen kind of what you have. Everybody look up here, please. Okay, look up here. You guys looking up here? Eyes up here? Yes? Okay, eyes up here, mouth shut. Okay. So here's the thing. We know they're the same when you make 7.5 shirts. That the price is 67.5. By the way, your y-axis represents the price. Your x-axis represents the shirts. So at 7.5 shirts, the price is 67.5. They're the same. But what advice would you give Victor? Which company should he go with? What if he's making less than 7.5 shirts? Then which one is cheaper? Looking at the data, looking at the lines. If it's higher on the if it's higher on the y-axis, does that mean that it's cheaper or is more expensive? More expensive. So when it comes to less than 7.5 shirts, we're looking for the line that is lower. This line that is below corresponds to which company? It corresponds to 7x plus 15. What company is that? Shirt Nerdery, which is, I think, company A. If you're printing more than 7.5 shirts, you'll notice that Shirt Nerdery is now on top of the other line. So actually, if you're making more than 7.5 shirts, it is cheaper to go with company B, which is 5x plus 30. I want you to write a statement, write a sentence that summarizes what we just talked about just now. So you're going to go back to the notes and you can type, if Victor is making less than 7.5 shirts, he should go with blank company. But if he's making more than 7.5 shirts, he should go with blank company. All right? Go ahead and write that down.